Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. Today I have here this iPad Pro, and the problem on it, as you see, is the screen. It's cracked from here, so we're gonna replace the screen on it. Okay, so the model number for this iPad is A1709. Okay, and to replace the screen on this iPad we will need some tools. We will need a new screen. It's here. By the way, the screen for this iPad, it comes with the LCD, so the digitizer with the LCD are glued together, so they come in one part. And this screen is a little bit expensive. You can check the price for the moment online, maybe eBay or Amazon. Mostly eBay, you can find the better deal there. And yeah, so the new screen, we will need a Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, an IC semi, tweezers, plastic, something like this, a glove, and heat gun. Okay, let's put these tools aside. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna heat up the screen for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna use the glove for the heat, and we will use this one and we will heat up the screen for a couple of minutes. But first let's turn it off. Alright, before you start applying what you see, please make sure you watch the video from the beginning to the end, so you will have an idea about all the steps that you're gonna follow, and also you can figure out if you can do it yourself or you will need to give it to a specialist. And when you're doing this, you do it at your complete own risk. Alright guys, so I heat it up enough. So now what I'm gonna do, I will use this IC semi and I will insert it here and peel off all the pieces of glasses until I release the screen. And I slide this one. I make sure don't put or insert this IC semi all the way inside. I'm just gonna use it on the edges. If you feel it's hard, just try to heat it up a little bit more. When you reach this part here, make sure don't go deep inside. Just use this one on the side like this, on the edge, because we have a cable here, the home button cable, and if you damage the home button cable, you will stuck with you will need to replace the home button. And make sure don't hurt yourself with pieces of glass, and also use some goggles. And also use goggles, like glass protection glasses. I repeat, when you are in this part here, make sure don't damage the home button cable, because it's here, it's all in this part here. You may touch it with the IC semi and you may cut it. Alright, so once you release all the edges, you just lift up the screen, and once you lift it up, pull it gently this way, then you open it like you are opening a book. here we have these 4 cables connected here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this to open this part here. This is first screw, and this is the second one. Then we're gonna take this part from here, and we will put it here next to its screws. Then I'm gonna use my nail to disconnect the cables. I have 2 more cables here in the back. They are already disconnected. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I will put this aside, and I will clean the frame, remove all the pieces of glass and adhesive that are stuck in here. Alright, so it's clean now. I'm just gonna put it back here. Alright, so now I'm gonna remove the home button from here. So the home button has this cable connected here. We need to disconnect it first. It has this plastic cover in it, or this adhesive cover in it. Alright, then I will open this lock here gently. Then I will remove the cable, slide it back. Okay. Then I will use this IC semi, and I will release the cable from here. Okay, it's released. So then I have this home button. It has a bracket, metallic bracket on top of it, and it's glued here to these corners. I'm just gonna remove it gently. So first I'm releasing the cable. Make sure when you are in this part, no force, nothing. Make sure you do it very, very careful. Alright, so now once I release the cable, what I'm going to do, I will go underneath the metallic bracket, and I will release it. Without any mistakes. Okay, I release this part. Then we're gonna release the other one from here. Alright, so we release this bracket. Then I will clean all the residue on it. Put it here. And now I'm just gonna push the home button from here, push it outside. Okay, we release the home button. So now we're gonna go to our screen, and we will test it first. Make sure it's working. These cables will be very hard for me to connect to the motherboard, so I'm trying to see if I can separate them from here. No, it looks like it's not gonna be easy, but let's give it a try. I have to make to leave the screen like this. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna do it like this. We will try to connect these cables here. Now it looks like it's not gonna be that easy. So what I'm gonna do, I will open the cables here to see if there will be any risk on them. I will lift up these cables from here. Okay, it looks like there is a risk here, because this cable, if I lift it up, it will be separated, then the LCD not gonna work. Okay, so let me find a way how to connect this. Alright, so what I did, I put this screen in this angle. I open just a little bit, the way I can put my hand inside and reach the cables and connect them. So let's turn it on now to see if it's working. Okay. Alright, it looks like it's good. So the home button is not working. General. And we see accessibility. To test the home button, you just need to go to General. Let me find accessibility. It should be somewhere here. It's here. And assistive touch, turn it on, then we get this button here so we can go back to the home screen. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will just turn it off and lift it up. Alright, so you release the cables. This part to connect and disconnect, you need to look from very small angle like this, and you put your hand and you connect the cables from here. It's a very small angle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I will put the adhesive. I forgot to mention that we will need a double sticky adhesive. I'm sorry. So let's put the home button first. Here we're gonna put this home button here. So I'm gonna connect this cable. Open the lock, insert the cable, make sure it's aligned and it's all the way inside, then lock it. Okay, it's aligned. You see this little black dot here? This is very important for the home button. It's supposed to be exactly here in the middle of the home button to make it click. So I will just put it back, but I will put a little bit, it's right here. I will put a little bit of crazy glue. Just very tiny drop. Here in the middle of the home button. Then we will grab this thing and we will stick it here. Alright, as you say, put it here in the middle. I'm gonna wait until it's dry. So then I will put the double sticky adhesive here, and I will put this bracket. Now it looks like it's glued, so I'm not going to be able to put it here. So we'll put just one strip here. Also, I forgot to mention that we will need a cutter. Okay, another strip here from the top, I mean from the corner to the corner. Make sure don't cover the camera lens. All right. So now I'm gonna put this bracket here. I don't remember how it was here, but let me see. I think it was this way. No, it was this way. No, it was this way. So I have to open it first. Open this, remove this cable, release it from here, then put this bracket exactly here. Then insert okay. So what I'm gonna do, I will put the crazy glue here and here to glue this bracket here, because if you don't glue it very well, what's gonna happen, the home button, when you push it from outside, it's gonna fall inside, and this is not professional work, you know. So what I'm gonna do, I will make sure that this bracket has a connection here, has in the middle has a dot. It must be matching with the black dot that we glue here. Make sure it's aligned 100%. Alright, so we'll put a drop of crazy glue here, another one in this part. Then I will grab this one and make sure it's aligned very well. Now after I align it, I make sure that the home button is clicking. Okay, I need to pull it down a little bit. Okay, it's clicking. Still not clicking as it's supposed to. Okay, now it's clicking good. Now I'm just gonna hold it until it's dry, or until it dries. Okay, leave it for a couple minutes. 30 seconds is enough, but just to be safe, they will add a little bit more glue here. While I'm waiting for this one to dry, I'm just gonna put 2 strips of adhesive here and here. By the way, I see that this corner is damaged, so what I'm gonna do, I will shave it a little bit till I make sure it's aligned. Alright, so you make sure that these corners, if you have a broken corner, make sure it's shaved from inside and it's perfectly, so when you put the screen, it's gonna sit flat here, not overlapping this edge, because if it overlap this edge, once you click on it, you're gonna break it. So make sure don't use any force or anything. Make sure the screen sits flat without any overlapping on the edges. Alright, so I think that the home button now is good. Okay, it's clicking. And now we're gonna go to the big challenge. So now I'm gonna connect these cables here. So always I'm just gonna like put it this way, and I will insert my hand underneath, and I make sure that I connect all the cables, all the 4 cables. It's not easy, but we have to do it. Okay, before I do that, I need to remove this plastic, the plastic which is covering the double sticky adhesive. because I'm not going to be able to reach this part anymore. So I will align this here. Then I will use my fingers to reach to the cables. By the way, this is not easy to connect these cables here. I'm just trying my best. Okay, I connect them. Now I will put this bracket. And I will find the screwdriver to connect, to put the screws. This is, by the way, it's not practical for repairs. I don't know why Apple do this. And they do the same thing for the iPad Pro 12 inches, 12.9. I need a small screwdriver. Hopefully not this one. So I'm using the tip of these screws. This will allow me to put my hand inside. Alright, so I put the bracket. As you see, it's not easy, but I did it. And also I forgot to put one strip of adhesive on this side and on this side. So I'm just gonna hold this. Let me put this pen here. I'm supposed to put this one first. By the way, I've done lots of tablets, but the iPad Pro, never. This is the first time. So that's why do you see that I'm just trying to figure it out. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing for this side here. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will remove the plastic which is covering the adhesive. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna turn the screen on. Turn the tablet on. Test everything, make sure everything is working fine. Then I will glue it down. It's still open. The home button is responding normal, as you see. Okay. Alright, everything looks good. So now I'm just gonna glue it down. Trying to open the camera lens because I put small. I will remove also the adhesive that is holding, that is covering the adhesive here. Alright, so now it's time to glue it down. Make sure that it's sealed very well. And that's it. This is just plastic covering it. And here I got some glue, crazy glue. Alright, so it looks good. I hope that you learned something from me. If you do, please hit the thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and yeah, see you in the next video and have a wonderful time. Peace.